I'm Phyllis Davidson with Oracle Marketing, and I'm really excited to have here with me today Chris Wake. Chris is VP of Business Development. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
From a company called Nano Satisfy. Very interesting company. In fact, we even have with us here today what they make. But hold on, don't show that yet. Let's talk about what you guys do first. So,
Sure.
Nano Satisfy, what kind of company is this?
So we build and launch small satellites. So satellites into space. And when I say small satellites, I mean small satellites.
Ooh.
So this is actually an engineering model of a satellite that we will launch in December.
Oh, very cool. We brought you here today, though, to talk about big data. So
Yep.
what is the intersection of these satellites and what they can do in big data?
Yeah. So effectively, we're approaching space the same way that companies on Earth approach cell phones. So you replace your cell phone every 12 to 24 months.
Right.
And you think about how you have rapidly improving technology on your cell phone. So the camera gets better, the interface gets better, it gets faster, the whole bit. Well, space has always been a little bit behind in that sense. So traditional satellites will be on the drawing table for about 10 years, and then they'll go up, and they'll be up there for about 10 to 15 years. Well,
Wow.
5, 10, 15 years. Really.
Right?
And so we're approaching it from the perspective that you can actually apply Moore's law to space by putting up newer, better technology faster and treating it as almost a rapidly improving commodity.
Okay. Okay. So, and how are the satellites applied in a way that utilizes big data?
Yep. So the satellites themselves can actually relay information back to Earth. So they have multiple sensors on board that capture data, information, and photos, different things like that, and relay it back. Now the premise for us and where we go in the future is really putting up, say, a network of these. So instead of thinking of 1, 2, 4 satellites, you think of 10, 20, 50, 100 of these.
Wow.
And you can start to pick up new and interesting data sources that were previously unavailable because of the current technology that's up there.
Oh, really? So, in other words, we're, the areas, basically previous satellite technology would only pick up over a certain area of the Earth. So you'd have
Yep.
things that they were out of range, they couldn't be picked up. But with multiple
Exactly.
small satellites like this, you could cover a much more complete range. Is that right?
Yeah, so you actually think about the planet right now is covered by, well, the planet in general is covered by mostly water.
Right.
And so right now, one kind of particular instance that we like to talk about is large ships. So global trade, you still have about 80 to 90% of it is done via these large ships and container vessels. Well, we don't know where those ships are about 80% of the time.
Wow.
So they're out of coverage zone from land, and they're out of coverage zone from the satellites that are up there today. And so with many of these, you can actually provide almost up to the minute coverage of those ships where they are at any point in time. And you think about natural disasters, you can do the same thing. So instead of getting to a natural disaster zone and being able to tell relief workers where to go, 3, 4 weeks later, after the event has actually occurred, you could do it, say, 20 to 30 minutes later. And so emergency relief could be on site in 60 minutes and have a clear understanding of what the picture looks like and what they need to focus on first.
Wow. See, that's a great story. And I would imagine we were talking earlier about perishable goods.
Yep.
So that's another example. I would think if you could follow perishable goods, you could conceivably divert a transport situation to ensure goods don't go bad.
Yep. Or you could even alert the folks on, say, a transport vessel that, hey, this container is outside of its normal temperature range,
Right.
and suddenly they're right there able to deal with the issue rather
Okay.
than having a large loss.